Hey guys, we are back finally. I know it's been a while. So, today we're doing some marker gems. Very excited. Haven't played with these in a little while. Life has been just too fast. So, we're going to get started. I have 4 different colors here, and they range up. This one is, I don't know, 304 R107 or something, and these others. So these are basic markers. These are I want to say they're CaliArt. Yeah, CaliArt markers. They're very general brand. They're budget. They're not highfalutin or nothing. And we're going to be doing some red gems. Why? Well, because I was feeling red today. I posted something red on Instagram, and also July is birth month. Birthstone for July is a ruby. So I was just really feeling the red today. I guess that's it. So gonna be doing these one at a time, because when you're working with markers, if I remember correctly, kind of have to work a little bit fast, which I'm not opposed to. I actually prefer working a little bit faster. So there's that. And of course, we're going to start with leaving things a bit lighter down here. We're going to use that first one to nicely blend it in. And then we will do that same kind of thing with each one going up. So the next one is going to be this color. So we're going to do a nice double layer here. Add some extra shadow over here. And then use the one we used before to layer it a little bit and let it blend. Or help it blend, I guess I should say. And then we go up to our darkest, which we're going to do on the top, of course. Make sure I got my edges nice and dark the way I want them. Then go in with our lighter color and go over that. And just help it blend real nicely into there. That's pretty good for not having done markers in a while. Put some extra up here. Make sure it's nicely saturated. Now with markers, because these are alcohol markers and not water-based. And water-based or alcohol-based either work great with pencils, and you can always come back and do details and whatnot in pencils that you don't have time for or whatever with markers. So always remember that. You can come back and just detail them up if you want. Coming back in with my lightest, kind of see if I can just get even better blend. That's pretty good. It's pretty good, guys. Pretty good. Alright, let's start the next one and go over this whole thing again. What I'm working on is cardstock. I've tried different marker papers. I don't really like them, and I don't like watercolor paper for markers either. Watercolor paper, because it is meant for watercolor, basically. Water media is what I was kind of thinking along the lines of. It just sucks so much of the ink right out, and it doesn't seem to let me blend or hold the ink the way I want it to. So I just prefer cardstock. This is, I want to say it's like Nina Bright White cardstock or something like that. I don't know. It's a cheap version from Walmart. That's what it is. And honestly, I don't mind doing cheap supplies when I'm just doing stuff like this. You know, like if I'm doing, you know, my big professional work, my acrylics and whatnot, like I really do like to have, you know, light fast stuff, and make sure that everything that I do is gonna last. But when I'm just, you know, working with markers or in a sketchbook or whatever, like use whatever works. There's no real rules there. Whatever works for you is what's best. That's all there is to it. And we're just going up and up and up ingredients here. Oh, come on, there you go. This one I was trying to get done a little bit faster, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Go back down one. See if I can get this to blend some. You can still really see that. Not a fan. Not a fan. And go down to my latest. Yeah, a little bit different on the shape there, but that's okay. On the shape of the highlight, you know. Whoop. One of my caps just came off. That's okay. It's the dark one, so. If you want to make this even darker, you could find a darker marker. You could come back in with pencil and go over it with like a little bit of maroon, or you could do black, you could do brown, you could even do blue over it if you wanted to, or purple. Any of those would be really, really good shades to darken around something that is red or dark red. What I think I'm gonna do is just go ahead with the highlights for these so that I know what I'm looking at here. And I have my favorite way to do highlights on most things now is gouache, which is, you know, the opaque version of watercolor, basically. And I just have like a little paintbrush here. And I've switched to gouache mostly because as my favorite and primary way of doing these highlights, because gel pens are so finicky. Like, seriously, like, even though I've used them for a long time, I hate fighting with them. I really do. I like to be able to pick up whatever it is that I'm working on and just do it. You know, like, I want it to work the first time, and I don't feel like I want to fight with my art supplies to get them to do what they're supposed to do for me. So, gouache gives me a bright white highlight, super easy, and I can come back and I can make them bigger and then come back and clean them up if I want to with a simple pencil or whatnot, and it's not a big deal. Or anything, so just like that, simple white, and then it's a pencil. I don't want a pencil. Where is? I need a blender pencil. That is honestly one of the best. This is my Lyra Splendor blender or whatever. You can kind of clean up the edges a bit. Let me see if I can. Kind of curious. Can I just go over this? Yeah, just go over it. Because that one was bothering me. As was this one. Ooh, if you just go over it, you get a nice bright streak. That's kind of fun. I haven't really tried that. That's interesting. I like it. And how do I get rid of this one up here? I don't like that one. Just go around the edge. Give it a little bit more depth, because why not? And there you have those two. And the question is, do we want to do red on these as well? Do we want to do a different color? I already have my reds out, so. Might as well do them too. Might as well. So, let's pop off the caps and get going. In another video, we might do the setting, or we might do some different gems. Maybe we'll do some different gems and introduce some pencils to them. Alright, let's see. Let's go to our orangey red over here. Ooh, wrong side. And then we'll take our lighter one, go for that nice blend. And then step up to the next one. the darkest one. Is that blended okay all by itself? That's alright. This is not too bad. Not too bad. Not too shabby there. Ooh, we need that one again. So we can go around this one. Get the lightest and do a nice blend on this. Come on, blend out. You know you want to. There you go. Now see, I didn't do that little edge on this one. There we go. And then something I've noticed is I almost always end up with red or marker on my fingers. Almost always. Doesn't matter how careful I am when I'm putting the caps on and off and on and off. I almost always end up with ink on me. It's the same when I paint. There's always going to be paint on me somewhere. Sometimes it's not even on my hands. So, you know. And this one was a little choppy as far as the blend goes, or at least that I can see. So, I'm going to go over it with my lightest one, see if I can get some of it to just kind of calm down and blend out a little bit. That looks a little bit better. Alright. Let's get my handy dandy little brush. And just get us some nice little highlights going here. These make me think of cherries, and I love cherries, and I want some now. So, there's that. Also, what would you think would be a really good design for this? Like as far as setting it and what kind of, I don't know, curly cues would you do around it? Curious. So you should absolutely do this yourself and do your own design around it and then show me. You can post here on Patreon in the community highlights. You can also or I think it's the community tab. I'm not sure. Or you can put it in our gem group, Gem Host, and talk about that it is the Patreon tutorial that you started with me. Either way, I would love to see what you do with it. And I will do my own, of course, and do the edging and whatnot. And maybe we'll get to compare them. That would be fun. And just see what different styles we all come up with. So, there's that. And I will see you in the group.